Hey, I'm Michael Carbonaro, and thank you for joining me right here in the comfort of your own internet area. This is the After Effects, the show that we do after you watched this week's episode of the Carbonaro Effect, and thank you for doing that. I'm gonna answer some questions from fans. Here we go. Matt writes in, did you need a crash course in cheese and wine, or did you already know them pretty well before this episode? That is a great question. I was really nervous to do the cheese shop because cheese is like, there are so many different kinds of cheeses, and I did get like a little mini lesson on the cheeses from the guy ahead of time. Yeah, so many cheeses, who knew? Jesus, there's so many cheeses. Hey, no matter how good we do, all the tricks today are gonna be cheesy. What? Hey! Nadia writes in, whatever happened to that bottle of wine with the cheese stuck in it? Yeah, that ought to do it. Oh, that should pair quickly in there. Yep.
Oh, wait, you put it in the...
Yeah, and there's, did you want the wrapper, or? I think we let her walk away with that. I think we let her keep that. She was totally enamored. We did end up giving her 2 separate ones, but you know, also for her party or whatever. But like, yeah, we let her keep the one with the cheese inside. That was a cool trick, yeah. Ron writes in, how did it take you this long to work a duck into one of your tricks?
Nothing's moving? Oh, wow. Yeah. What would it be? I think there's something, let's see here. Oh. That's had it be.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh.
Ron, now are we being a good fan? That's not true. Back in season 1, we did a trick called Duck Decoy, where I put the duck together with the different pieces of the duck, and it looked like it was alive, and I convinced the people that it was actually an animatronic duck.
Yeah, like this in it. It's one of the most realistic decoys.
So it did take me this long to use a duckling, because I had been sitting on the egg since season 1, hadn't hatched until now. That's why we used it. Thanks for your question. Pam asks, is cheese birthing the most ridiculous premise for a trick you've ever done? It might be.
Okay.
That's all?
Okay, that's all. Just a little incision right there. And I'm gonna hold it here. Yep, I bet we can see the head. Okay, here's one. I think we have another one. Okay. 2. Well, we got 2.
We've done some ridiculous premises before, but cheese birthing was pretty wild. And that was the perfect serendipity to just like wind up with a woman who had like been on a cheese tour.
It's cheese birthing. I mean, you've heard of cheese birthing.
Well, I went to the Greer in Switzerland.
Right.
And
They must have showed you on the...
No, I never saw that.
You know, it might have not been the right time of year.
And it was also a mom, so this like, it was like the perfect, she like thought she knew stuff about cheese and she thought she knew stuff about giving birth, and here she was watching cheese give birth. It was perfect. I love when that's the real magic, when those things line up like that and you get a perfect take. But yeah, that was probably one of the most ridiculous ones ever. Yeah, I love that one. They're growing up well, by the way. The cheese is doing well. George, how did you manage to make a corn dog in the spa without grossing people out? That's a great question, and I do not know the answer to that.
No, but I always go to salons that have all natural products like this because I'll be able to.
Is it actually cooking it?
See that?
She took that in stride, and little bonus tip for you right here. At the end of this order, we're going to have a 100th episode, because we're getting close to it's almost going to be the 100th episode. We're going to do a 100th episode special, and I think we're going to show an extended thing that happened with that woman in the corn dog that you're not going to believe. So that's going to be coming up later. But yeah, that lady, no, she wasn't grossed out. She just sort of like accepted that I was doing that. Very strange, and it was delicious. Tyler, last question here. Was the crow guy actually naked? That was an intense and insane trick.
Hey! Get the back! I swear to God! What the I swear to God! Hey! Whoa, the bird!
Yes, it was. Yes, he was. That dude nailed it. His name was Damien, which, of course, right? Like, what an evil name. He was so good. But no, the front was actually more of like a feathery glue situation. But no, it was not completely naked in the front. But that was a very scary trick. So thank you guys so much for writing in these questions. Love answering them. Please write more to hashtag AskMichaelCarbonaro and do that on Twitter, Facebook, and all over the internet. And we will see you next week. Next week's episode's good. Bye, guys.